topic is about gravitation. Clear? So, gravity. What is the meaning of gravity? Gravity can be defined as the force of attraction exerted by the earth is known as gravitational pull or gravity. So, exerted by the earth on the body. So, it is known as gravitational pull or gravity. So, Newton's second law states that so according to Newton's second law, F is equal to ma, right? So a body has an acceleration so that it possesses force. So based upon this, in the universe, each and every body exerts some amount of force on each and every body. So that means Newton's second law, Newton's law of gravitation states that every body in the universe attracts other body with a force. So that force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Right? So let's see the proof for this. Proof in the sense, mathematical expression for this Newton's law of gravitation. So mathematical expression for Newton's law of gravitation, these are the two bodies, capital M and small m, and these are the centers, and distance between the centers is, let's say, r. Right? Force r is the distance between them, and this body attracts this body with the amount of force, and this body attracts the opposite body with amount of force. Clear? So, according to the statement, the force that exerted by one body on another body is F, which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and which is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, 1 and 2. So combining these 1 and 2, F is directly proportional to capital M small m by r square. Clear? So here I am replacing this directly proportionality with a constant, and that constant is g into capital M into small m by r square. So it is an equation F is equal to g m by r square, where g is nothing but the universal gravitational constant, where we call the g as universal gravitational constant. Right? So this g has a fixed value. This universal gravitational constant has a fixed value. G is 6.67 into 10 to the power of -8. Right? So whether we can write the units in SI as well as CS. Dyne centimeter square. Dyne centimeter square by gram square. That is CS value, and SI unit is 6.67 into 10 to the power of -7 Newton meter square by kg square. Right? So as we know that the units of force is newtons. If we cancel all these, we will get the final term, that is Newton. So let's check whether it is the Newton is coming or not. So units, G units are, let's take it as a Newton meter square by kg square. Mass means kg, it is also mass, that means kg by r meter square. Clear? So kg square, kg gets cancelled. We got Newton meter square by 1 into 1 by meter square. So meter square gets cancelled. Finally we got Newton. Clear? So that is the SI system. Force unit in SI system in Newton, C system is Dye. But that what we want, unit is Newtons. Right. We need a G, right? So G, we need universal gravitational constant G. So G is equal to, so here r square is in denominator and it is division with mm. So if we send to left hand side, that is in product with the force. So F into r square by capital M into small r. So for G, we have the units Newton meter square by kg square. How we got this Newton meter square kg square? It means by this force unit Newton, r means radius, unit is distance square, that means meter square by mass kg. So kg into kg square. So Newton meter square by kg square. Newton meter square by kg square, that is SI. Is SI unit, and series unit is dyne centimeter square by gram square. It is series, right? And if in the case of the masses are unit and distance between them is also 1 unit, capital M is 1 unit and small m is also 1 unit, and the distance between them is also 1 unit, m and r are also 1 units, then F is equal to, if capital M, small m and distance between them r is 1 unit, then F is equal to G. Clear? So coming to the value of G, 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square by kg square. So dimension formula for this is, so right, let Newton is nothing but mass into acceleration, F is equal to ma into meter square by kg square. So this can be written as mass into acceleration is nothing but velocity by time into meter square by kg square, kg into meter per second square into meter square by kg square. So that is equal to kg meter cube by second square into 1 by kg square and kg gets cancelled. That is equal to meter cube into 1 by second square into 1 by kg. So for this we have to write this unit, I mean in a MIP form, dimension formula. Is there any mass? Yes, there is a mass of kg. It is in denominator, so that is m minus 1. Is there any length? Length unit is meter, so meter, it is in numerator and it is power 3. So L power 3. And time, yes, second square 2 times, it is denominator, so t power minus 2. So m minus 1, L3, t minus 2. is the dimensional formula for that. And G, acceleration due to gravity, universal gravitation constant is a scalar quantity. It has no particular direction, it may act in any direction. So that is the given data. The given data is there are two masses 120 kg and 50 kg are separated at a distance of 10 meters. Calculate the force of attraction between them. Clear? So what is given data? M is equal to 120 kg, small m is equal to 50 kg, distance between them is 10 meters, universal gravitational constant is 6.7 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square by kg square. So what is the force of attraction between them is formula? F is equal to capital Z into capital M into small m by R square. We may not take this actually capital M or small m, that's our wish. Let's take M1 and M2, right? So no problem. So that is equal to capital Z value 6.7 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into capital M 120 into small m 50 by R square, which means ton square. Right? So that is equal to 6.7 into 10 to the power of minus 11 into 120 I am writing as 12 into 10, 50 I am writing as 5 into 10. By it is 10 power, no, there is no need to write by 10 power plus 2. If you send to the numerator, that becomes 10 power minus 2. 6.7 into 10 is 67 into, when the base of the power should be added, minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 11, minus 12 into 12 into 5. That is equal to 67 into 10 power minus 12 into 65 into 12, 60. This 60 I am writing as into 10. So 60 into 67, 402 into, when the base of the power should be added, minus 12 plus 1, that is 11. 402 into 10 power minus 11. So that can be written as, place the point after 2 digits, so 4.02. So if you place the point after 2 digits, we have to less 2 values in the power of minus 11. So minus 11 plus 2, that is minus 9. Force unit is Newton. That's it. Properties of gravitational force. Universal gravitational constant does not depend upon the medium between the two bodies. Universal gravitation obeys Newton's third law of motion, so which means action and reaction pair. Next, this universal gravitational constant, it obeys Newton's third law of motion. It is always an attractive force and it is the weakest force of all the forces. It is a conservative force as well as a central force. Then what is conservative force? So conservative means the work or force is not depending upon the part which it applies. So that force is nothing but a conservative force. So this G G is a conservative force and central force is nothing but the force is always inversely proportional to the distance and that force should always act towards the center. So that is nothing but central force. So it obeys these two forces. So this universal gravitational constant is gravitational force is conservative force and central force. So these are the properties of gravitational force, universal gravitational force. Next, so principle of superposition. So by using this, we can find out the net force acting on individual body. For suppose, if you want to find the net gravitational force on any one of the given forces, for suppose these are the forces are in a group, etc. Right? So, if you want to calculate the net force on a particular force, so that we have to apply this principle of superposition. So, this is the principle of superposition that says a net effect is the sum of the individual forces. So, here the principle means calculating the forces, gravitational forces acting on a selected body. For suppose these are the group of forces. If we want to find that net force acting on the forces acting on F1. So F1, 2. I mean second force acting on first force, third force acting on F1, F4 acting on F1, and so on. Right? Here, okay. So if we continue for like this, then the total sum of all the individual forces gives that the net force acting on F1.